Sadly, Mirage Voyage is no longer going to be a part of Apex Legends, so I just thought I would start this video off as a tribute to one of the greatest hot drops in the game. This spot was a great way to see how you can handle high pressure environments, and it looks like what they did for Season 6 on World's Edge is actually going to help us out a lot with that exact thing. There are a lot of changes, a lot of patch notes, and I am super excited to share all of those with you guys. So if you've been looking for a source to know what all of the updates really are and how they're going to affect you and whether or not the new legend is somebody you should play as, take a seat and buckle down for one of the best updates you're going to ever have for the opener of Season 6. So for the summary of the patch notes, we got a new legend, Rampart. It was all over the first opening video for Season 6.
Ramparts in town.
She has a lot of really cool stuff going on with her, and she's probably going to be the only part of this I go into detail about. But she's British Indian. Her passive is a modded loader, meaning that she has increased magazine capacity and faster reloads when using LMGs and the minigun, which is her ultimate ability. Modded loader also increases the amount of shots before overheating occurs and improves cooling, all for the L star. Her tactical is called amped cover. What she does is she builds a crouch cover wall which deploys a full cover amped wall that blocks incoming shots and amps outgoing shots. She can deploy up to 5 of these walls. Her ultimate, like I said, is the minigun. She calls it Sheila. And what this is she places a mounted machine gun that anyone can use with high ammo capacity and a long reload time when it needs a reload. A max of 3 miniguns can be deployed at a time. Remember, down in the bottom right hand corner is that subscribe button. When you click that and whack the bell, you will be notified when I drop my video on how to use Rampart and the best tips and tricks for her. We got a new weapon called the Volt. It is the first energy-based SMG that we're seeing in the game. Its recoil is next to nothing. I totally see a nerf happening for this gun. It's not loud, it shoots super fast, and like I said, it's super easy to control. I think a lot of people being mad about the R99 being put into care packages are actually now starting to be really happy that the Volt is now available as a solid replacement. Remember, when you click that subscribe button and whack the bell to be notified when I drop a video, you're gonna know right when I unleash the video to get the best practice in for the Volt SMG. And of course, World's Edge got a massive update. Hammond Robotics continues to take over World's Edge. The patch says that Hammond Robotics is up to something nefarious. They've taken steps to upgrade World's Edge with changes to the dome, drill site, and other points of interest. You can actually read up specifically on the map changes from Jason McCord. He's their design director. The link is down below. It's a blog that he runs. We also have a new intermittent ring reward system. Instead of getting care packages with every new ring, it's now like a care package every second or third ring, and then every other ring in between, you're getting a replicator. So in the replicator, you'll find up to 8 different pieces of loot that you can craft with the new crafting system that they've put in place, if you have enough materials. Some of these loot options rotates on a weekly or even a daily basis, but you will always be able to see what's currently craftable in the game mode selector or in the map screen. You can read more about the crafting system in the link that I have down in the description, but you can find these materials throughout the map via loot bins or material stations, then take these to a replicator. Now, a massive change that happened is the armor meta. With Season 6, they're introducing some big changes to the way armor works in the game. But in a nutshell, you now always start with a level 0 Evo shield, and that level 0 Evo shield increases incrementally over time, just like a regular one would, from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. However, the HP gained for each shield has been decreased by 25 health, and that includes gold armor. There is no more level 1, 2, 3, or 4 armor on the map. You now have level 1, 2, 3, or 4 Evo shields on the map, and gold armor. That being said, level 4 Evo shields and gold armor give you an additional 75 HP and not 100 HP. and red armor gets you to a total of 200 health. No longer can anybody get up to 225 HP. They're saying their goal for this was to bring down the time to kill somebody just a little bit in order to reward strategic positioning a little bit to get some more advanced and integral firefights. The new damage requirements are right here, but again, you can go and look at the patch notes that I have in the description if you want to see this for yourself. There's a few new emotes. Of course, there's some really cool skins. The quest that started with Loba in season 5 is continued, and you're able to follow the story from that quest a little bit more. Obviously, we're going to know more about that as each week progresses. If you want to see updates about the quest, comment below that you want to see updates about the quest. They also did a lot of patch fixes and changes to a lot of different legends. They took the Recon class and kind of revamped everybody in that class. Pathfinder, Bloodhound, and Crypto all got buffs and nerfs to their own respect. All Recon legends can now use survey beacons to get the next ring location. Crypto can also use his drone to instantly get the information without any loading time. Now, for Pathfinder, that was his passive ability. It took something that made him unique right out from underneath him. So what they did to make up for that is each time Pathfinder is the one who scans a survey beacon, the zipline gun cooldown reduced by 10 seconds each time Pathfinder scans a beacon. That means it gets stacked up. So up to 6 rings per game means the total cooldown of a zipline gun can go from 120 seconds down to 60 seconds, making it ridiculously fast. For Bloodhound, they have a very clear role in Apex. They're an information gatherer and tracker, but currently their performance leaves a lot to be desired. So now they gain even more duration when they score a knockdown or kill with the ultimate about to run out. During Beast of the Hunt, Eye of the Allfather now comes out twice as fast and has a much shorter cooldown. And for Crypto, he's a particularly interesting recon character. The amount of information he can gather for his team with the drone is extremely high, but the fact that he is so vulnerable and so helpless when he's in his drone, they decided to give him a few more buffs. He can now activate respawn and survey beacons from his drone, like I mentioned earlier, but it's instant. There is no loading time. They also made the surveillance drone slightly more consistent to hit, but also doubled its hit points. The drone EMP is another story as well. The EMP will now slow teammates caught in the blast, even if they had no shields. This means that players who have used Revenant's death totem will also be slowed, and it kind of just balances all out across the board. Now for the other legends,
Revenant's Death Totem, for 2 seconds after being recalled to the Death Totem, players cannot use Wraith's Dimensional Rift. For Octane, with the Stim, you can now use it while healing, but Stim will not remove the slow you incur from healing. For Loba, the Black Market cooldown, it got lowered from 3 minutes to 90 seconds. It was cut in half. Gibraltar's Defensive Bombardment was increased from 3 minutes to 4.5 minutes, and Bangalore's Rolling Thunder was decreased from 4.5 to 3. Wraith's Dimensional Rift increased the ultimate cooldown from 150 seconds to 210 seconds, and Watson's Interception Pylon Trophy system will now shoot down caustic barrels in flight if they would have landed inside the range of the trophy. For loot, they added extended energy mags and the turbocharger hop-up because, what do you know, we now have the devotion back since the R99 was indeed put in the care package. The precision choke is no longer in the loot pool, but it is now integrated into the triple take and peacekeeper by default. The fire select toggles have now been added to where you can turn it on and off on the triple take as well, and not only on the peacekeeper. In the supply drop, we now have the R99. The damage has been increased from 11 to 12 per hit, and the magazine size all the way up to 32, and the ammo reserve is 160. The fully kitted weapons that were removed is the DMR, Hemlock, Spitfire, EVA 8, and RE45. Instead, they added the Devotion, Mastiff, Triple Take, Flatline, and Volt. They also made it very clear to which ones are loaded out and which ones are care package weapons. Care package weapons are now going to glow red like the Evo Shield and Vault Key did in seasons 4 and 5, and all fully kitted weapons will just glow gold, so that there isn't any confusion. The updated loot for sniper ammo is increased, picked up from 8 to 12, and the stack size from 16 to 14. For energy ammo, it was reduced amount picked up from 30 to 20. And a few weapon updates for the Hemlock, Charge Rifle, Triple Take, PK, Spitfire, Havoc, Mozambique, which I'll talk about that one. The Mozambique's clip size went from 3 to 4. One shot makes a big difference. The P2020 got a few different changes. Sentinel, Prowler, all of it got some pretty sweet stuff. The Prowler got a slightly reduced vertical recoil in burst mode, making it even easier to hit people, and an increased horizontal recoil to auto mode. So the burst is just going to be a lot more OP than it already was. They did a few bug fixes for Bangalore, Bloodhound, Caustic, Crypto, Gibby, Loba, Mirage, Octane, Pathfinder, Revenant, Wraith, and just in general. But the bottom line is that they have done so much going into this season that we have just got to try to respect it. The devs are listening to us, you guys. So shout out to the devs, they totally deserve it. They've been listening to the comments and complaints and constructive and even destructive criticism to try to make this game better for us. And to top it all off, they did all of this during COVID, you guys. When everything was shut down, they were still working on stuff at home, making sure that we were getting a game that we would love to play. So before you hate on it, just try it, give it some love, and see how she treats you. And if you're excited about all of these updates and you want to share them with other people, share this video on whatever platform you can. I have a ton of different social media options flashing at the bottom. You can look up Shrek Spawn on any of those social media sites. You're gonna find my profile, but you can share this within your own circle. And if you happen to be a developer, show me some love, you guys.
And that's pretty much the patch notes. Again, the links are down in the description. For my last video, click that link up in the top right hand corner and to subscribe and whack the bell. But as always, I appreciate you, I respect you, and I will see you in the arena.